friends, happy Monday. We were all sick last week. Oh my goodness, it knocked us on our rears. We are trying to get back at it, but you know what? I need to get a menu plan made because our family has been eating like junk. We've got to get feeling better and we want to get back on the carnivore diet. So come hang out with me. I'm going to share with you guys today this week's menu plan for our family of 6. Welcome to a new week. I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Home, and I'm so glad you guys are here to hang out with me today. So we're putting out a vlog every single day this year. Even through the sickness last week, videos still went out. So yay, we made it through. We're only on, the 23rd of the month, but hey, we're doing good so far. So we all got sick last week. It started with the kids and systematically worked itself through our entire household, and it took forever and has just left us exhausted, to be honest with you. It wasn't even that we were like that sick. I mean, we were sick, but we weren't like, ugh. We're exhausted. Like, I'm trying so hard to get up and get moving, and it is so difficult. So while sitting here, I was thinking about what we're eating. I've got some health things that I would like to work on for myself, some things for my husband, and we've had a lot going on, and we've got to get our meals back on track. We've had a lot of chaos and a lot of whatever going on, whatever excuses we want to use. And so diet has just kind of, not diet in the way of dieting, but just in the way of what we're eating, right? It's kind of gotten not so great. Let's just be honest. And something that we did last year, we did very strongly at the beginning of last year and loved it, was the carnivore diet. So I will link some things up here if you have questions about the carnivore diet or you're just curious and you want more explanation. But what it essentially is eating animal product. Like, that's it, right? That's the core. So meat and then eggs and some dairy. But animal products are what you go to there. And I found it to be incredibly healing. Oh my gosh, balanced my hormones like nothing has ever done. I was losing weight like crazy, but I was feeling great. I was feeling so good. I've never felt better than when I was strictly on carnivore diet. It's crazy. I know. I didn't believe it either. Blah, blah, blah. It was fantastic. My mom's diabetic and I was telling her about it last year. And so she started doing more of it and she started feeling really good. And for me, I really found that going through a period of being very strict carnivore was great as a detox. And then I kind of leveled out to this place that's called more of like ketovore, where I kind of found things like plant-based things that were really inflammatory for my body. And I didn't realize that that's what was bothering me, but that was it. And so I kind of X'd all of those out. And then I found things that I could add back in that I felt okay on, right? And I felt, weren't affecting me in a negative way. And so I bring them in moderation. And so we ended up kind of settling in a place there of kind of that ketovore. So carnivore, ketovore, whatever. And so what I really found worked here is to kind of have this like mainly carnivore based line of where we want to eat. And then for those of us that can tolerate different things, and for the kids, we can kind of bring in a few things over here, kind of based on what works for each individual person. But really trying to get back into that as, again, it just was a really, really healing thing that I loved so much. Our family pretty much does, my husband and I started intermittent fasting years ago and loved it. I just feel a lot better when I'm intermittent fasting. Our oldest son, he is 18 and he kind of feels better when he's in that area as well. And we really found that for us, we're kind of more of 1 meal a day people. So we have like a little breakfast, a little something in the evening, and then like our main meal in the middle of the day. So all of this information just to set up what my meal plan is going to look like. So for us, we do bacon and eggs for breakfast. Very simple every day. It's super delicious, a lot of protein. I wake up, I have been doing for myself, I have been making sure I eat something with high protein before consuming coffee in the morning. I have found that has been a huge help to balancing my hormones. And so I have a high protein, very low sugar Greek yogurt in the morning, and then go out and walk with my husband. And when I come back in, I have a cup of coffee and make bacon and eggs. And then I also keep a protein shake mix for those days when either I'm gone at appointments, my husband will make that for himself for breakfast, or I'll leave one in the fridge for him, or we just have too much going on, we'll do something like that. For the kids, I do also keep oatmeal on hand. So if they're looking for something, maybe they're just not feeling bacon and eggs that day, they can go ahead and make themselves some oatmeal. So those are the types of things that we do for breakfast. Every evening, what we've been doing is I make just up a big batch of smoothies. So I just throw, like some berries, a little bit of banana. We love like blueberries. And then I get this really, really high protein plain Greek yogurt. It's got like 23 grams of protein per serving. So I put a big old lot of that with some water and blend that up to make a smoothie. And then everybody, just has a cup of smoothie if we want a little something in the evening, and it's kind of like a little dessert, honestly. But I've been enjoying that. I did notice I used to put a lot of veggies in my smoothie, and they were making me bloat like crazy. I have found through doing the carnivore diet that a lot of the plant material that I was eating, thinking I was doing a great job being super duper healthy, and yet I was still gaining weight, my hormones were out of whack, and I just couldn't figure it out. I found out a lot of it really had to do with the amount of plant material that I was eating. I thought I was doing the good thing, and instead it was just making everything worse. And so I cut a lot of that out. So I really just do a lot of berries. That's the big one. Lots and lots of blueberries. It's basically a blueberry smoothie, but we do that with a high protein yogurt and then just water. We don't use juice or anything. And so it's kind of a nice little treat in the evening, and then gives us a little something. So that's what we do at our like kind of dinner time. So breakfast and dinner. But what we do here, and what my main part of the menu plan is our 1 meal a day carnivore based meal. So what I went ahead and did this week to try to make this a little bit easier for me is I went ahead and laid out all the days of the week and then kind of gave each day a theme just to kind of help me come up with something. I hate the what's for dinner game. I hate the, every day for us, we have it kind of like mid-afternoon is when we have our meal. And every time it's like, oh, what are we eating today? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. And then we end up, just grabbing something out or whatever, and it's awful. And so what I went ahead and did is I gave each day a theme. And then each week I just have to pick something for each of those to fit it. And so this is how I laid it out. So for Mondays, every other Monday for us is date day. We have doctor's appointments. My husband and I just make a day of it. We go out, sit down, have a healthy carnivore-based lunch, AKA usually steak. And we're able to sit down and really have like our business meeting and go through all of the things we need to go through. And so that's every other Monday. So I went ahead and just made Mondays our kids cook day. So what I'm doing for that is I'm gonna make sure that for the weeks that we're gone, they have something that's easy for them to cook at home. So it might not be the healthiest, but it's a fun little day for them. If they want to have corn dogs or, they want to put a pizza in the oven or something like that, it's something easy that they can cook. And then for the weeks that we're home, it's still something fun that they love being able, especially my girls, they love being able to get into the kitchen and to cook something themselves. So I'm letting them kind of pick out on Mondays, hey, what are the things that you would like to learn to make, or how to make and you want to be able to make yourselves? What are those things I will let you guys pick on Monday? So that's one day I don't have to worry about, right? Tuesdays, I've just made Taco Tuesday. So I'm getting lots and lots of ground beef. We'll just brown all of that up. Now to keep it ketovore friendly, if you want to stay strictly carnivore, you could just do ground meat with maybe a little bit of dairy topping if you can tolerate dairy. Otherwise, you could just eat the taco meat by itself. If you're a more ketovore like I am, I go ahead and add like a spoonful of salsa, some cilantro, maybe a little bit of lettuce. You can add a little bit of something in there if you would like. I put a little bit of cheese and sour cream on mine as well. And then for the kids, what I'm doing is I'm getting just some like corn tortillas if they want to have a shell to go with it, or maybe some, low salt tortilla chips if they want a little bit of something to go with theirs as well. So for us, we just really try to stay away from the deadly whites, the white sugar, white flour, white potatoes. So try to stay away from those in any of the things that we do add in, because those things are just so over processed, absolutely inflammatory. They're just junk. So we try to keep those out of our diet as much as possible. So Taco Tuesday, that works really easy. Wednesdays, I've gone ahead and made those into a chicken something. My family is not a big chicken family. I am. I like eating chicken. But we also really do like to stick to more red meats. It's just healthier. We like that good fat and things that come with it. So we try not to eat lean meats too terribly often. So having one day a week that can be chicken day. It might be something that I add a little bit of pasta into. Again, I don't want to do too much just because that can be so much, but it is a great way, just budget stretcher, to be able to add a little bit of that in, going with a whole grain pasta to kind of stretch the meal a little bit further. But then it gives me a day a week where I can make one of my chicken recipes that I really like, and nobody can really complain because it's just one day a week. So that's our Wednesday. For Thursday, that is just steak night. Steak is such a healthy meat. It's something that we try to consume as much as possible, and there's so many different ways to do it. Now, for us, the cheapest way I've been able to do that, there's 6 of us plus my brother who lives with us as well. So I've got 7 people to feed every day on a very, very tight budget. And what I have found is I just get London broils and I season those, put it in the oven. It doesn't cook for very long, and then I'm able to cut that up and have enough meat for everyone. So London broil is a way to very inexpensively get enough meat that can be, prepared for all of us and give everybody, enough to fill us up. So I've been doing London broil a lot. It's just one of the most cost-effective ones. Sometimes we do roasts. I have just found that for a family of our size, it takes so much meat to have enough to really fill everybody up that it kind of becomes a little frustrating. Sometimes we'll get individual steaks or sirloins or something that are cut, but again, it just gets very, very, very expensive when you're trying to feed this many people. And so London broil has kind of been my go-to meat for having enough to feed everyone. Now, Saturday is our probably most unhealthy night, but it is our nacho night. So our family loves the movie Nacho Libre with Jack Black. It is like our favorite. Our daughter Olivia, who's 5 now, that has been our favorite movie for the past few years, and loves Nacho. And so what we started doing is having Nacho night, where we watch Nacho Libre and eat nachos. It is our nacho night. So to make this healthier, what I do, it's almost like Taco Tuesday, but I make up a big thing of ground beef and seasoning. We grate up lots of cheese. I'll even go ahead, if beans don't bother you, I'll make up a big, just heat up a bunch of like refried beans or black beans or something like that. And we'll go ahead and pull out some tortilla chips and eat a whole mess of nachos while watching Nacho Libre. So that's a special family kind of thing for us, and just a special fun thing to sit down all together and have our nacho night, especially after we're trying to get back on track with going hiking and doing all of that, and then come home and be able to sit down in the kind of late afternoon, have a big mess of nachos and enjoy. So the next thing that we're doing is I went ahead and, just to make it simple, my husband loves getting ground beef and just making meat patties. That's like his favorite, like carnivore specific meal to make, is just flat out meat patties. He'll put a little tiny bit of A1 sauce on it and have that. And we found that all of our kids absolutely love his like pre-seasoned meat patties. We went ahead and topped them like burgers a lot over the summer, but here in the winter months, he's just been making them on the stovetop, and our family loves it. I'm not the biggest fan, but everybody else is. And so I thought, you know what, let's just make that one day. I'll just buy a bowl. we live off of a lot of ground beef, but I will just get a whole bunch of ground beef and let them make their meat patties. And everybody loves that. That works really, really well. And again, good meat, kind of filling you up, and great protein for the body, and some good healthy fat. Put some butter and stuff in there. They can add a little cheese or topping to it if they want, but meat patties, done deal. And then on Sunday, something we started a long time ago was Sunday's pizza night. That's what we started doing. And I really started to notice that we have some local pizza shops around us that they make their own dough, and it's much more nutritious and real food, real toppings, not so much, like additive, lower quality stuff. And so going and just picking up a couple pizzas from there, it's something that we've noticed that especially the more carnivore we're eating, we don't really like having a lot of that, so a little bit goes a long way. But we are leaving Sunday as pizza night, and we just get a lot of meat added onto our pizza, and it works really well to kind of be that special treat as our Sunday family tradition. And the kids get their pizza fix, so they're very, very happy. But that is what we're going to continue to do on Sundays. So that's it. That is this week's menu plan. Kids cooking, Taco Tuesday, chicken something, steak, nacho night, meat patties, and of course our pizza day. So I have got everything written out on my notebook. I'm gonna sit down, put my Walmart order in, so that way I can just go in the morning and pick it all up, bring it in, and I have all of this week's meals completely planned out and set. And I am so stinking excited about not having to play the what's for dinner game, because we know we've got our breakfast, we've got our evening smoothie, and then our one meal a day. We've got it, it's set, it's ready, it's healthy. I'm being able to keep us more on this carnivore, ketovore plan, which we all feel so much better on, and really excited to start making some better health decisions this year. So that's what I'm making this week for dinner. You guys will have to leave me a comment with your favorite family meal. Any other carnivore friends out there? You'll have to say hey, and then I will see you guys right back here tomorrow. Bye, friends. Whoa, did we just become best friends? Because I think we did. I'm so glad you hung out with me. High five. I appreciate it. Some more videos if you want to watch. A subscribe button that should pop up somewhere if you want to come, and make sure you tap the little notification, see when we got new videos coming out. I would greatly appreciate it. It was fun hanging out with you guys. Come see us in whatever else you watch that we're doing, and we'll have a good time.